Hello everyone. I wanted to continue my legend series, and I'm very happy and excited to give you Shane Warne. Shane Warne's real full name was Shane Keith Warne, and he was born on 13th September 1969. He is from Victoria, and he played his first class cricket in Australia for Victoria. He also played for Hampshire County at a point, and obviously he did play for Rajasthan Royals as well, besides Australia, obviously. And in 145 test matches, Shane Warne took 708 wickets, which was a world record at that point until Muthaiya Muralidharan broke it. And he has 10 wicket hauls in a match, and he has 37 5 wicket haul per innings. I mean, that shows how many wickets he used to take and what kind of a match winner he was. In one day cricket, he played 194 matches and he took 293 wickets as well. And he has taken more than 1,000 wickets in first class cricket as well. And even in international cricket, I mean, the test match wickets and one day international wickets, he has taken more than 1,000 international wickets. I think only Muthaiya Muralidharan has done it uh, after Shane Warne. And Shane Warne, I mean, he famously wore that 23 jersey, which was given to Michael Clark later as well. And Michael Jordan, the legendary basketball player, was also a 23 jersey, and that 23 jersey was very famous. And without any doubt, I mean, Shane Warne was the best spin bowler that cricket has ever seen. He was the most colorful cricket player that ever played cricket. There is no doubt about that. He was in the news sometimes for his on-field behavior as well, but that is a part and parcel of Shane Warne. He was true to his emotions, and that probably gave him even more color off the field. And on the field, he was an absolute test match winner. I've heard Steve-O say that in Steve-O's book that he has never heard of any player and has never seen any player who has single-handedly won more test matches for his country that Shane Warne. That obviously says a lot. And he didn't have a very great start to his test. I mean, his debut was in 1992 against India, and in that match, Ravi Shastri got a double century and Tendulkar also got 100. Shane Warne took just one wicket for 150 runs. Ravi Shastri's wicket, Shane Warne did get that wicket, but he took it for 150 runs. So he didn't really have a great opening match in his career. But Alan Border showed faith in Shane Warne. I mentioned in one of my videos, Alan Border. Then Mark Taylor groomed Shane Warne so well that made him into that great bowler. And by the way, he did play from 1992 to 2007. That was his international span. And in 1993, I mean June 4th, in the second day of that Old Trafford Manchester test, he bowled that ball of the century to Mike Gatting. He bowled a ball. I'm sure everyone, probably lots of people have seen it. Almost everyone who follow cricket. He bowled a ball that pitched outside the leg stump, and it turned so much that it came and it took the off stump bails off. I mean, that ball spun like no one has ever seen a ball spin before, and that is rightly so called the ball of the century. It still amazes people when they see it. And Mike Gatting had a shock on his face. He couldn't believe what had happened, and that really brought leg spin back into cricket, because after Abdul Qadir in the 80s, leg spin was something like that was out of the game. It was, you didn't have much leg spinners in the world cricket game, and Shane Warne totally revitalized that. And then leg spin became a big thing. I mean, I have to say, I mean, if you just compare some of the other leg spinners, like I'm not saying Anil Kumble, because Anil Kumble used to bowl pretty fast for a spinner, and Anil Kumble bowled a lot of googlies, so can't compare it with Shane Warne. But if I'm just the people that come into my mind are Ian Salisbury, Mustaq Ahmed, even Stuart McGill from Australia, who used to turn the ball a lot. I mean, it's so difficult to control it when you bowl leg spin, because it's a wrist spin. Obviously, you bowl with your wrist, so it's a very difficult thing to control. But Shane Warne had amazing control. I mean, out of this world control. He was once in a lifetime bowler, no doubt, leg spinner. He could bowl like maybe 10 overs without bowling one bad ball. And a lot of other leg spinners used to bowl a lot of wicket taking balls, but they used to bowl like two bad balls per over, full toss or a short pitch ball. But Shane Warne had absolute control over his spin bowling, and that was just God given. I mean, that's why I said he's once in a lifetime bowler. Even I've bowled a lot of leg spin at action cricket, and I used to get a lot of wickets when you turn a ball. And it's not that difficult to turn a real good leg spin if you have a good action and if you've got good wrist. But it's so difficult to control leg spin, and that's what makes Shane Warne brilliant. And by the way, in Test cricket, he has taken around 125 catches as well. He was an excellent catcher at the slips, and he has a high score of 99. He didn't get 100. That was one of his regrets. He didn't get 100, but he did get 99. And he was a very handy batsman as well in that 96 quarterfinals against New Zealand when Australia had a tough target. I mean, Mark Taylor sent Shane Warne as a pinch hitter. He only got like 20s, but he got it in quick time. At that point, that was a very important contribution from Shane Warne. And a few of the wickets, I mean, the two matches that stands out is that 1996 semi-final against West Indies. I mean, after 15 for 4, Australia managed to get to 207 at Chandigarh. And West Indies were so well placed at 165 for 2, needing another 42 runs to win, with 8 wickets in hand. And Mark Taylor tossed the ball to Shane Warne, and Shane Warne created havoc. He took 4 wickets and was the man of the match, and Australia won by just 5 runs. I mean, a big semi-final. I'm just saying that is one of the matches that Shane Warne turned on his head. And again, in that 99 semi-finals, Australia got 213, and South Africa was sitting pretty at 48 without no loss. And Shane Warne comes to bowl, and he bowls Herschel Gibbs with that amazing ball that Herschel Gibbs was shocked. I mean, a ball that pitched on leg stump, around leg stump off, and then it just took his off stump, spun like crazy, and Herschel Gibbs was stunned and was looking at the pitch. And I think that sent tremors across the South African dressing room as well. And he got Gary Kirsten again, then Hansi Cronje, Jack Harris, and he really turned that match around. He took 4 wickets, and he turned that match, and it was a tie, as everyone knows. And in that finals against Pakistan, Shane Warne again took 4 wickets. So the 99 World Cup was his World Cup. He was the man of the match in the semi-final and the final. So those are the 3 matches that come straight away into mind. And another thing that I want to say about Shane Warne is that Shane Warne is one spinner, the only spinner that I have seen who had the aggression and the body language of a fast bowler. Shane Warne, when he used to bowl, every ball that he bowled, he really believed that he could take a wicket. And every ball that he bowled, he wanted to get a wicket, almost every ball. Some of the balls he would bowl to in according to a plan. But 95% of the balls that he bowled, he expected a wicket out of it. And he had that aggression. I mean, normally a spin bowler bowls like a spin bowler, but Shane Warne, I mean, it's almost like Alan Donald or Dennis Lilly bowling as a spinner. And I've even seen Shane Warne bowl bouncers to Sachin Tendulkar in India, which Tendulkar played well. And the only 2 batsmen that have really dominated Shane Warne was Tendulkar and Brian Lara. I mean, Navjot Singh Sidhu used to play quite well, Campbell in the earlier times. But I mean, when he was still really into his own, the 2 batsmen that really dominated him was Brian Lara and Sachin Tendulkar. I mean, Jack Harris also played him pretty well. And I mean, the English Barmy Army always had troubles with Shane Warne because he used in the Ashes. He was always a nightmare, Shane Warne. But it was one of the biggest tributes that was paid to Shane Warne. After Shane Warne died, the English Barmy Army put a message, and they said, "We love you, Warne, and we only wish that you were English." So that shows how much respect they had for him, and the only reason why they really bullied him so much was because he was not English and he was giving them trouble as an Australian. Shane Warne did sadly die on March 4th, 2022 in Thailand. He had a heart attack, a severe heart attack, and he died very early. It was very sad. And Shane Warne was without a doubt the best cricket brain that has played in a long time. Shane Warne should have been the captain of Australia, but because of his on-field behavior and some of the issues, he probably wasn't made captain. But he was a very, very sharp cricket brain. He was always aggressive, his field placing, the way he, in the commentary, he used to talk about the game. And it was totally a fitting tribute for Shane Warne, because when he captained the Rajasthan Royals in the first edition of the IPL, he won that IPL for Rajasthan Royals, and that shows the level of his captaincy. And Rajasthan Royals didn't have the greatest of teams. Shane Watson was pretty young that time. Ravindra Jadeja, Rahane, Sohail Tanvir were all there. But Shane Warne groomed all these players. I mean, if you ask Ravindra Jadeja, he would say his mentor is Shane Warne, Shane Watson, Rahane, all those players. It was a very young, inexperienced team, but Shane Warne showed that confidence in all those players and really brought the best out of them. And that IPL was won under Shane Warne. I mean, that shows what a great captain can do. Not having the greatest of teams, but to bring out the best of all the players and to perform yourself as well, and to win. So Shane Warne's captaincy, I'm so happy that Rajasthan Royals. A lot of people did support Rajasthan Royals because of Shane Warne, and he showed his captaincy standard. It's a sad thing that he could never captain Australia more. Only one or two one-day matches he has captained, but he would have been the best captain that cricket have seen. Such a sharp cricket brain, and he was such a very nice guy off the field as well. He loved his food. He's well known for his love for baked beans. And I'll never forget once Ian Healy, the wicketkeeper, said that Shane Warne's idea of diet is a double cheeseburger in both hands. That's how much he loved his food. And two, three balls that I'll never forget. There was one ball to Andrew Strauss that some people remember in the Ashes that he bowled him that turned a lot, and one ball to Saeed Anwar as well. And even the 300 wicket against Callis in Sydney was there. There were deliveries that you can say were. And I just want to show something here that I do have autobiography of Shane Warne. This is the autobiography of Shane Warne. It's called No Spin. And anyway, so that is my tribute to Shane Warne, the greatest leg spinner not leg spinner, the greatest spinner that has ever played the game. And he was also one of the five distance players of the century without any doubt. And he retired in 2007 after taking all those wickets when Australia thrashed England 5-0, whitewashed them, and Glenn McGrath, they all retired after that 2007 series. So a lot of things to say about Shane Warne. I think I've covered pretty much many of the things, and I hope you have enjoyed it. Please do relive some of the moments. I mean, when you get chance, please go on YouTube and check some of these matches that I've mentioned. Shane Warne was an absolute magician, sent by God to just go leg spin. I mean, once in a lifetime. Our generation are lucky to say that we have witnessed Shane Warne play. After 50, 100 years, people will just look back and say, oh, there used to be a Shane Warne at that time. But we can say that we have seen Shane Warne play live. Anyway, thank you so much for joining in. Take care and God bless you.